Hello everyone, we are from Group 4 and at this opportunity we will explain about word Englishes, intercultural communications and requisite competence. And the first material is word Englishes. It refers to the diverse varieties and forms of English spoken around the world. And these varieties may differ in pronunciations, vocabulary, grammar, and discourse patterns, because it influenced by local languages, cultures, and historical contexts. Studying more Englishes highlights the dynamic nature of English as a global language and the cultural richness embedded within its various forms. Berdasarkan uraian sebelumnya, ada 3 hal yang dapat kita simpulkan. Yang pertama, eksistensi dan hakikat keberagaman bahasa dan budaya pada prinsipnya adalah sesuatu yang alamiah dan kemudian berkembang secara kultural. Kondisi ini menimbulkan keberagaman bahasa dan budaya dalam beberapa aspek seperti kosakata, frasa, dan ada tidaknya sebuah kata atau frasa dalam suatu bahasa tertentu. Yang kedua, aspek-aspek keberagaman bahasa antara bahasa yang satu dengan yang lainnya sangat beragam dan berbeda satu sama lainnya. Misalnya sistem bunyi, kata, pembentukan frase dan kalimat, adanya tingkatan bahasa atau tidak, dan lain-lain. Ketiga, pada prinsipnya bahasa dari suatu masyarakat merupakan suatu dunia tersendiri bagi penuturnya dan berbeda dengan masyarakat yang lain, sehingga diasumsikan bahwa jumlah entitas masyarakat juga mencerminkan jumlah bahasa yang ada di dunia ini. Dan terakhir, hubungan bahasa dan budaya bersifat asimetris. Artinya bahasa dapat menunjukkan suatu budaya dan sebaliknya. Budaya dapat menentukan bahasa yang digunakan oleh masyarakat itu sendiri.
Material intercultural communication. Intercultural communication involves interaction between individual or group from different cultural background. It requires understanding, respecting, and navigating cultural differences to effectively exchange message and building relationship. Intercultural communication is about working through different between cultural. This might mean finding the thing you have in common, changing how you talk to match someone else's style, or making sure understand each other clearly. It's all about being patient, sharing, and really wanting to connect with others in a way that makes sense to them. Nah, komunikasi antar budaya ini melibatkan interaksi antara individu ataupun kelompok dengan latar belakang yang berbeda. Hal ini juga mungkin membutuhkan pemahaman atau rasa hormat perbedaan budaya untuk bertukar pesan agar membangun hubungan yang lebih efektif. Nah, komunikasi antar budaya ini ialah tentang bagaimana cara kita mengatasi perbedaan budaya. Hal ini mungkin berarti kita menemukan kesamaan yang kita miliki dengan orang lain. Nah, gunanya untuk mengubah cara kita berbicara agar sesuai dengan cara berbicara orang lain.
Okay, the next slide explained by me is simple example of applying intercultural communication in English language education. Certainly, here are even simple example. The one is getting to know each other. English teacher learn about where their students are from and how to learn. 2. Making friends from different places. Students talk to kids from the other country and learn about their life. 3. Learning to talk and listen. Students practice speaking English while being respectful of different ways people communicate. 4. Reading and watching different stuff. Students read stories and watch movies for many countries to learn about other countries. 5. Using phone and computer to talk to new friends. Students use phone and computers to chat with kids from around our world. By doing this, English teacher help kids understand each other better and become better at English too. Thank you.
Okay, we come to the next slide is about requisite competencies. Requisite competencies refers to essential skills, knowledge, and attitudes needed to navigate intercultural communication. These competencies include language proficiency. Language proficiency include understanding various English varieties and adaptive language. And second one is culture awareness, which means awareness of culture norms, intercultural sensitive. Number 3 is communication skill, which means effective communication skill include active listening, clarity and expression, nonverbal, communication awareness, and conflict resolution. And next, adaptability, which means adjusting communication style, behavior, and expectation to fit different culture contexts. And next, critical thinking, which means critical thinking skills to analyze and evaluate culture perspectives. And second one is global citizenship, including a commitment to social justice, equity, and sustainable intercultural relationship. So we come to conclusion. Our material today is about our interrelation, is about word Englishes, intercultural communication, and requisite competencies, which mean interconnected concept that underscore promoting effective communication across culture boundaries and fostering intercultural understanding and cooperation in globalized world characterized by the widespread use of English in diverse or bahasa Inggris dunia. Komunikasi antar budaya dan kompetensi yang diperlukan adalah konsep yang saling berhubungan, yang menggarisbawahi peningkatan komunikasi yang efektif yang melintasi batas-batas budaya dan membina pemahaman serta kerjasama antar budaya dalam dunia global yang ditandai dengan meluasnya penggunaan bahasa Inggris dalam beragam konteks. So that's all our material today, and conclusion our material. I hope you understand what I mean, and I'm sorry for our group mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.